What if the people who hurt you were the same people God used to change your life? This is the story of Joseph. Joseph was one of 12 brothers, growing up in a large and complicated family. His father loved him deeply, more than he showed the others. To show that love, he gave Joseph a special robe. Beautiful, colorful. But that robe didn't just make Joseph feel special. It made his brothers feel invisible. They felt ignored, overlooked, angry. And when Joseph shared his dreams where he saw himself rising to a place of leadership, those feelings turned into jealousy. Then jealousy turned into hatred. One day, when Joseph was sent to check on his brothers in the fields, everything changed. Instead of welcoming him, they grabbed him, tore off his robe, and threw him into a deep pit. After arguing among themselves, they sold Joseph to passing traders. Just like that, Joseph was taken far from home and sold as a slave in a foreign land called Egypt. In a single day, Joseph went from a favored son to a forgotten slave. In Egypt, Joseph was bought by a powerful official named Potiphar. He had lost his family, his freedom, and his future as he imagined it. But Joseph chose not to give up. He worked hard. He stayed honest. He did the best he could, even when life felt unfair. Slowly, Potiphar noticed something unusual. Everything Joseph touched seemed to succeed. Joseph was trusted with more responsibility until he was placed in charge of the entire household. Then trouble came again. Joseph was falsely accused of doing something wrong, something he didn't do. No one listened to his side of the story. No explanation, no justice. Joseph was thrown into prison. It must have felt confusing, painful, unfair. Joseph had been betrayed by his family, forgotten by strangers, and punished for doing what was right. Yet even in prison, Joseph did not become bitter. He served others. He stayed faithful in small things. He continued to trust God when nothing made sense. While in prison, Joseph met two men who were troubled by strange dreams. God helped Joseph understand their meaning, and he explained them clearly. Just as Joseph said, the dreams came true. One of those men was restored to serve Pharaoh, the ruler of Egypt. Joseph asked him to remember him, to help him get out of prison. But the man forgot. Days passed, months passed, years passed. Joseph remained in prison. Then one night, Pharaoh himself had dreams that disturbed him deeply. No one could explain them. Suddenly, the man remembered Joseph. Joseph was rushed from prison to stand before Pharaoh. He listened carefully to the dreams and explained that they were a warning. 7 years of abundance were coming, followed by 7 years of terrible famine. Joseph didn't just explain the problem. He offered a solution. Prepare during the good years so people would survive the hard ones. Pharaoh was amazed. He saw wisdom, humility, and calm strength in Joseph. And in a moment no one could have imagined, Pharaoh placed Joseph in charge of all Egypt, second only to himself. Joseph went from prisoner to leader in a single day. Years later, famine spread across the land, including Joseph's homeland. Desperate for food, Joseph's brothers traveled to Egypt. They stood before the powerful official in charge of food distribution, without realizing it was the brother they had once betrayed. Joseph recognized them immediately. They did not recognize him. After testing their hearts and seeing that they had changed, Joseph finally revealed who he was. His brothers were terrified. They expected revenge. But instead, Joseph wept. He forgave them. Joseph said words that revealed everything he had learned. "You meant this for harm, but God meant it for good." Joseph understood something deeply powerful. Every betrayal, every delay, every painful chapter had meaning. God had been working behind the scenes the whole time. Joseph saved his family. He saved nations. And he showed that suffering does not get the final word. Joseph's story is not about an easy life. It's about patience when life feels unfair, faith when dreams seem forgotten, hope when the future feels uncertain. If you have ever felt overlooked, if you have ever been treated unfairly, if you have ever wondered whether your pain has meaning, Joseph's story reminds us that what feels like a setback may be a setup for something greater.